Yo, what is good, everybody? It's your boy Slice. Welcome to Cuddy Corporations, and welcome to the first slice if you're new to the channel. On today's iteration of the first slice, we will be covering Dragon Ball Sparkling Zero. Now, a lot of people actually took my last multiverses video out of context, but also, that was an error on my behalf. So when I was talking about spamming, I really more so meant looping. Because I do understand the fact that once one person just spams one move consistently over and over and over again, it does in fact become a skill issue if you cannot stop that one move. But as previously stated, number one, this is not a video covering multiverses again. This one will be covering Dragon Ball Sparkling Zero. But I just wanted to elaborate on my last video. If you haven't seen it, by the way, go check that out. The spamming that I was referring to was in fact actually looping. Now, continuing on to the topic of Dragon Ball Sparkling Zero. If you haven't by now, I'm pretty sure you've seen the new gameplay. It's been like an ample amount of gameplay that just recently dropped within the past couple weeks. And I'm not gonna lie to you, it looks amazing. It looks beautiful. Everything about it, you can tell that they've actually been critically taking feedback from the consumers, which most video games do not tend to do today, unfortunately. There are actually quite a lot of homages in regards to the old Tenkaichi series. Like, they show a lot of the old things that we fell in love with the old series about. And honestly, I don't think I've been this excited for an anime video game since Jump Force. Now granted, we all know how Jump Force went. And if you didn't, just be fortunate enough you missed out on that, because the hype for that game was impeccable. It was crazy. Everyone was hype. The graphics were good. The moves looked good. The roster looked good. And then when we got it upon release and got to actually see what it was hitting like, oh boy. But disregard Jump Force. I'm saying all this just to say that this game looks amazing. This game looks beautiful. But do not get caught up in the hype, because there are some things that stood out to your boy Slice that are in fact concerning, and we're going to cover them. Let's go.
Mind if I slice you open?
Alright, so I don't necessarily think this will be a long one again, because just like I said, the game pretty much looks perfect. I'm not even gonna lie. So do not take this as a hater video. Don't take this out of context and say I'm hating, blah blah blah, like they did the last Sparkling Zero video. But if you do, I have no problem debating you down in the comments below. So what exactly stood out to your boy Slice though? So if you didn't know, you should know. Bandai Namco, in fact, actually flew out a couple content creators. Some you may know, Afro Senju, etc. I don't really remember anyone else who went, to be honest, but that's the only one that I keep up with. So anyway, Bandai Namco did in fact fly out some content creators to help them test an early beta of the game to see, get their feedback, get some gameplay out, etc., which you'll see in the background. And pretty much the most common complaint that I saw within all of those videos, all the gameplay, the number one that I noticed was the camera, the lock-on feature. And the lock-on feature in the old Tenkaichis was never really buggy, but if you remember the old Tenkaichis, you remember like how bad the camera was if you weren't in fact locked onto your opponent. So you can really only imagine how bad it is here, given that same context, but that's actually not what it is. So periodically during the gameplay, you would actually see the camera kind of like cut somewhat underneath of the map, pretty much just like glitching out a little bit. You know what I mean? I can't try to make it sound good or make it sound any better than that. The camera was glitching, bro. So, you know what I mean? Hopefully they fixed that within the actual official release of the game. But yeah, the camera glitching, bro, that's not good at all, man. And it's pretty much only one other thing that I saw that concerns me, and that was the base roster. Now, granted, do take this into consideration that was in fact the beta that they were playing, and that is not the official release of the game yet, or that may not in fact actually be the official roster upon release. We don't know yet, but if it is, that's definitely concerning. Now, I also have a video about Naruto Storm Connections, and it's pretty much the exact same issue I have within that game. And don't get me wrong, that's a fun game as well, but it's just, I constantly see this issue where there's one variation of a character, say Naruto, and there's like 10 slots for Naruto when it could realistically be about 3 to 4 if they didn't want to be lazy, you know what I mean? And that is definitely starting to become a problem. Honestly, I wouldn't even say that's starting to become a problem. That's been a problem for years, bro. We've just normalized it, just like we do everything else that becomes a problem in today's society. But that's neither here nor there. No, that's the point. And I'm not trying to necessarily go down that dark, depressing route. So, the issue with Dragon Ball Sparkling Zero, in that regard, like I said, multiple character slots for Goku, Vegeta, etc. I would mainly just say the two of them, to be honest. I'm gonna actually go back and count because I don't have it physically in front of my face as I'm recording this right now. But I'll definitely leave a counter to let you all know exactly how many slots the two of them share combined. And you know what I mean? Like it wasn't nowhere near as bad on the old Tenkaichis. I believe, but they had Goku early, Goku mid, Goku end, Kid Goku, GT Goku. That was it, bro. Now, they could have stuck to that same format, and I don't think the community would have been upset with that at all. However, granted, someone will always be upset about something, and at the end of the day, that is the way for the game developers to be lazy in order to gas up the amount of video game slots / characters they have on the game. It just is what it is, man. But overall, the final issue that I want to cover is potentially the roster. You know what I mean? Taking a look at it, the roster looks very lackluster. But like I said, do not take this out of context, man. But if you do, I'm just going to debate you down in the comments. So do that at your own, do as you please. But here we go. The roster did not stand out to me one bit. I mean, a lot of people were hype about characters that should, in theory, already be in the game, and a lot of people were actually upset about characters that are not on the base roster. Like, bro, I don't even think I saw Yamcha, if I'm not mistaken. But me personally, I'm a huge fan of GT's characters. I know the show is pretty controversial, the whole it's not canon, but GT is GT, bro. They can't erase it from history. And I do see that GT was in fact confirmed. I'm just hoping they don't go the DLC route, as once again I covered that in my previous Dragon Ball Sparkling Zero video, which you can view down below. But yeah, man, the roster definitely looks pretty mid. But that's just my opinion, and that most likely, I'm almost 1000% certain that it's not going to be the roster upon release. So, you know what I mean? Like I said, just a few things that I saw from the gameplay that I just had to take critical to and say, hey, check that out first, and check that out first before you crash out and get the $116 edition because you want to crash out because you've been waiting for over 15 years for the next installment of the Tenkaichi series. Either way though, man, it's been your boy Slice and I'm signing out. Like I said, just be wary that there are bugs and certain things that may be lackluster in the game despite all the hype. So don't go crashing out just yet. Sit back, relax, watch what's going on, watch how the developers react to our feedback, etc. Anyway though, man, it's been your boy Slice. If you're new to the channel, you like what I had to say, slap that subscribe button for your boy Slice. Do your boy a solid. Drop a like, drop a comment. Let me know, are you excited for Sparkling Zero? Who are you going to main with? What are you looking forward to? What are you not looking forward to? Any issues you see with the game, etc. I love talking to you all in the comments, and I also love debating as well. So please feel free to come with some dumb comments because I'm coming right back at you. No Diddy.
What?
Button if you're new to the channel, ring the bell for the noties, hit that all my links tab down below to stay 1000% up to date with your boy Slice at all given times, man. I'm out. Peace.